Scarborough Shoal is more than rocks. It's a lifeline for Filipino fishermen and a symbol of national sovereignty, just 124 nautical miles from Luzon. Its location within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone makes it vital for food security and maritime defense. For China, the shoal is a strategic anchor in its quest to dominate the South China Sea, forming a triangle with the Paracel and Spratly Islands. Control here means power projection, surveillance, and a psychological grip on a key global waterway. The shoal is also central to China's sweeping 9-line claim, making any concession unthinkable for Beijing. For both nations, Scarborough Shoal is a flashpoint, where national pride, economic security, and strategic ambition collide. That's why it remains one of the region's most dangerous hotspots. The United States views a strong and resilient Philippines as absolutely essential to maintaining a free and open Indo-Pacific. As regional tensions rise, Washington is doubling down on its commitment to its oldest Asian ally, recognizing that a secure Philippines is a cornerstone of stability in these contested waters. This commitment is more than just words. It's backed by tangible, on-the-ground military support, with new shipments of equipment, technology, and training arriving regularly to bolster Philippine capabilities. In July 2025, the U.S. Navy broke ground on a major maintenance and logistics facility at Oyster Bay, Palawan, strategically located right on the front line of the ongoing Spratly Islands dispute. This site is now a focal point for joint operations and a symbol of deepening cooperation. The new hub allows Philippine ships to stay operational for longer periods, dramatically increasing the frequency and reach of patrols, and enabling faster response times to any maritime incidents or provocations. Designed as a dual-use facility, it strengthens both Philippine and US naval presence, allowing for seamless joint operations and rapid deployment in times of crisis. The US has also launched a massive refueling initiative, contracting local Philippine firms to supply millions of gallons of naval and aviation fuel every year, ensuring a steady flow of resources for both navies. This robust logistics network means US and Philippine forces can operate independently of distant, vulnerable supply chains, making them more agile and resilient in the face of potential blockades or disruptions. For Manila, this translates into more ships and aircraft patrolling the seas for longer stretches, projecting Philippine sovereignty and presence across its vast maritime domain. These investments are quietly transforming the Philippines from a vulnerable outpost into a credible force, capable of sustained maritime operations and regional leadership. The message to the region is unmistakable. The United States is fully committed to helping the Philippines defend its waters, its people, and its sovereignty. With new infrastructure, advanced logistics, and regular joint exercises, the Philippine Navy is no longer standing alone in the face of regional threats. The alliance is now built for endurance, deterrence, and a shared vision of peace and security in the Indo-Pacific. Japan, once an adversary during World War II, has transformed into a vital security partner for the Philippines, united by shared concerns over China's growing maritime ambitions and assertive actions in the region. This partnership marks a significant shift in the strategic landscape of Southeast Asia, as both nations seek to safeguard their interests and maintain stability in contested waters. In July 2025, Tokyo announced the landmark transfer of advanced destroyers to the Philippine Navy, a major leap in capability for Manila. This move not only strengthens the Philippines' maritime defense, but also demonstrates Japan's commitment to supporting its allies in the face of regional challenges. These state-of-the-art ships, larger and more sophisticated than anything in the current Philippine fleet, will serve as flagships for extended patrols across the West Philippine Sea. Their advanced radar, weaponry, and communication systems will greatly enhance the Navy's ability to monitor and respond to threats. The deal includes comprehensive crew training, with Japanese officers working closely alongside their Philippine counterparts. This deepens interoperability between the two navies, ensuring that joint operations and coordinated responses become more seamless and effective. Japan's move signals a significant shift in its own security policy, showing it's ready to empower allies to resist coercion and defend the rules-based order. This proactive stance reflects Tokyo's growing role as a regional security provider. With these new destroyers, the Philippines gains not only a credible deterrent, but also a stronger voice in regional security dialogues. The enhanced fleet boosts confidence among Filipino sailors and reassures neighboring countries of Manila's commitment to defending its maritime rights. Together with US support, Japan's contribution is reshaping the balance of power in the South China Sea, forging a united front among allies and sending a clear message that regional cooperation is key to maintaining peace and stability. US and Japanese support is transforming the Philippine Navy from a coastal force into a credible maritime power. New frigates, patrol vessels, and Japanese destroyers extend the Navy's reach and combat potential. The Scarborough Shoal incident showed a new resolve. The Emilio Jacinto stood its ground, reflecting better training and confidence. Strategic infrastructure, like the Palawan Maintenance Hub and Mindanao Fuel Depot, keeps ships at sea and ready to respond. The Navy is now an active player, shaping its own security environment. While not yet a match for China's fleet, the Philippines is building asymmetric deterrence, raising the cost of aggression. A modern, resilient Navy means Manila's maritime rights can no longer be ignored. China views the Philippines' naval buildup and US alliance as a direct threat, denouncing them as American-led containment. After the Scarborough Shoal incident, Beijing accused Manila of illegal intrusion, painting itself as the victim. But China's response has escalated, deploying Navy warships instead of just Coast Guard or militia, making its intentions unmistakable. Beijing also sees new US-backed bases as part of a strategy to encircle China, fueling its own military expansion. This cycle of suspicion and escalation deepens mistrust and raises the stakes in the South China Sea. The region is now locked in a dangerous contest of strength and resolve. The Philippines-China conflict is just one front in the broader South China Sea dispute, involving multiple nations and overlapping claims. China's sweeping nine-dash line clashes with the exclusive economic zones of its neighbours, fueling tension. Beijing's island building has turned reefs into military outposts, challenging freedom of navigation in a vital global trade artery. The US and allies reject China's claims, conducting regular freedom of navigation operations to uphold international law. This is more than a territorial spat. It's a clash of visions. China's historical claims versus a rules-based order. The outcome will shape the future of Asia's security and the global maritime system. The stakes could not be higher. In 2013, the Philippines took China to court under the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, a bold legal gamble. The 2016 tribunal ruling was a sweeping win for Manila, rejecting China's nine-dash line and affirming Philippine rights in the South China Sea. The verdict declared Scarborough Shoal a traditional fishing ground and condemned China's interference and environmental damage. China ignored the ruling, but it gave the Philippines a powerful diplomatic tool and legal foundation. While unenforceable, the decision delegitimized China's claims in the eyes of the world. The ruling remains the rallying point for all who support a rules-based maritime order. The Philippines isn't a naval superpower. Its fleet can't match China's vast navy or global reach. But dismissing its transformation would be a mistake. With US and Japanese support, Manila is becoming a formidable middle power, focused on deterrence, not parity. The goal: make any aggression too costly for China, a porcupine defense. Expect more tense encounters as the Philippines asserts its rights, backed by new bases and alliances. The rise of the Philippine Navy is reshaping Asia's security order, proving that smaller nations can stand up to giants. The future of the South China Sea will be decided by resolve, alliances, and the enduring power of international law.